With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hey everyone, so the question I have got today, explain when diffracted ray may have constructive and destructive interference. To understand this, to understand first we have to consider that there are two waves. One wave is that and another wave which is, there are two waves and those two waves are generating from one source, and in the second case, there are two waves. In the second case, two waves are generating from two different sources. But we have to understand what will be the constructive and destructive interference. To understand this, let's just say there are two. In the first case, we can clearly see that there are two waves. Let's just say first wave is x1 and second wave is x2. What is x1 and x2? The distance traveled by first and second wave. The total distance traveled by both of them, that will be delta x. For the first case, if the delta x equal to, that will be x1 minus x2. And if x1 minus x2 becomes, the value becomes 0, lambda or 2 lambda and so on and so forth, that will be destructive. Interference. And if the value becomes, that will be 1 by 2 lambda, 3 by 2 lambda, then in that case that is an constructive interference. Interference for the first case when two waves are generating from the same source. But in the second case, when two waves are generating from two different sources but both of these are parallel to each other, then in that case, when the value of delta x, this will be x1 and this will be x2. That means x1 minus x2 in the second case. When we got the value of x1 minus x2, delta x becomes, if 0, lambda, 2 lambda, so on and so forth, that will be constructive. Interference. But if you got the value delta x equal to, that will be 1 by 2 lambda, 3 by 2 lambda, and so on and so forth, that will be our destructive interference. So when two waves are generated from one source, if the difference between them becomes 0, lambda, 2 lambda, where lambda represents the wavelength, in that case that will be destructive. And if you got the value 1 by 2 lambda, 3 by 2 lambda, that will be constructive when both waves are generated from one source. But if two waves are generated from two different sources, that in this case 0, lambda, 2 lambda will be the difference between, that will be constructive, and 1 by 2 lambda, 3 by 2 lambda, 5 by 2 lambda will be destructive for the case when two waves are generated from two different sources. This is constructive and destructive interference of diffracted ray. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.